So, Mr. Gould, this plea paperwork I have in front of me indicates you'll be pleading guilty to
17 months of fighting led a family here.
Your Honour, Christian's brutal torture and murder has destroyed our family.
Christian Glass's mother and father have been here for every hearing, every crucial moment since their son was shot and killed in Silver Plume last summer after he called 911 for help.
It's been, I think, 17 months now that we've been waiting for justice. Today was the first admission of guilt by anybody there.
Oh, how they have waited for these 3 words.
Guilty, Your Honor.
Former Deputy Kyle Gould was facing criminally negligent homicide for giving the order to break into Christian's car that night, a decision he made even though he wasn't on scene, a decision that led the situation to escalate, and former Deputy Andrew Buin to shoot and kill Glass.
Mr. Gould, while he wasn't physically present, his authority was present.
Prosecutors offering him a deal, plead guilty instead to duty to intervene, a misdemeanor count. Besides his plea, Gould didn't speak, but his attorney did.
We've accepted responsibility. Mr. Gould is giving up his right to be a peace officer and doesn't want to fight this out of respect for the Glass family and his desire to move on with his life.
Hopefully this plea deters and teaches law enforcement about what the consequences are of their actions.
Judge Catherine Cheroutes weighed the punishment, even though prosecutors and the defense had already agreed to probation.
So the court, though I think a jail sentence could be appropriate, is not going to impose one for the benefit of being able for everybody to move on in this particular case.
Outside, Christian's mother, Sally, held onto a heart-shaped rock, one of her sons, and said she's at peace with that sentence.
I've been working on sort of forgiveness and kindness and compassion, and there's no point being vindictive because you can stick Mr. Gould in jail, but honestly, it's not going to bring Christian back.
Gould will also have to pay a $1,000 fine as part of this case. The former deputy who shot and killed Glass pleaded not guilty earlier this month. He's due back in court for a hearing on whether or not to move his case away from Clear Creek County coming up in December.
Yeah, you know, you always think about a little bit of justice brings some sort of peace to the family, but what these folks have been through with their son, you just can't imagine.
Yeah, and you know, they've been calling for justice, not just for Kyle Gould, who wasn't on the scene at the time. They've been calling for justice for all of those officers who had the opportunity to step in at the time and who didn't.
All right, thank you.